Good Sunday morning. We're out here. I'm out here to Maiden, the Bighorn. I'm worried because of the elevator, and I'll tell you about that later. Got pretty strong throws. Got a little bit of a breeze coming from over this way. It's not bad. The sun is in play. I am not wearing sunglasses, which I don't know how smart this is. I'm nervous, but let's go flying.
Time to start.
Just did a very successful range check, and we're off. Very sensitive elevator. I don't think I've ever flown a plane with this much throw on a Maiden. Oh yeah. Looking good so far. Famous last words. Well, it's looking good so far. All right. Plane went together well. Took me a while to get the hang of those control rods. I'm not real fond of them. And there you can see how tight my rudder is, or elevator. Whoa, we just about put it in the stall. The throws are big, man. I can't afford to get out of whack, man. I just barely got the center to move. In fact, I don't think we'll be doing anything like that again. And I'll tell you why. I can't. The elevator still has 100% because of the way the servos are. And I'll explain that after the Maiden. I even called Bighorn, talked to Dan. It's just the way their servos are. And he recommended a servo to put in the elevator. I asked him what are they using. In fact, we're gonna
stop. Time to start.
Flying this on a 3-cell. I found it CG'd at the recommended, I forget, I think 68, 67, whatever they recommended is what I'm using for a CG. It was all the way to the nose, and I'm flying with a zippy compact 3-cell, which is a pretty light 3-cell.
Take off flaps. Flaps up.
Okay, I don't have any mix, and you can see I was going too fast for flaps. So until I get this elevator tamed down, I'm not going to use flaps. But my trim was good. I haven't had to put a click of trim in, so I did a good job setting up the linkages. I always try to take my time using the straight edge. I can't do much on this elevator.
Time to start.
This is going to be a fun plane once I get that elevator tamed down. I'm just not that good on the sticks to fly something at 100% all the time.
Time to stop.
And we'll come right over that pole and we'll get a landing in. Oh, I was all over the place, but I managed to land it without hurting it. But there's what I got, man. And I couldn't. I tried everything to tame that down, and you can't. Like here,
Stunt 3.
there, and there. You can see. I don't know. It just does different. It does odd things. It does odd things. Like everything was fine until I reversed the elevator reservo. I centered the servos. I put the linkages on. And then when I reversed it, it just shot up like that all the way. And that's not all the way up. It only goes part of the way. Because when I tried to put the, when I was using the differential to control the throws, it made it off center. So like it goes down further than it goes up. And then when you go to bring it down to like I wanted to bring it down to like 50% of 100. to fly on. And when I tried to do that, it would go down. It would go down on, it had like two, I never seen two values on a servo, and one value, the up value would go down and the down value would go up. So it was never the same, and I never got any differential on it. And I'm just afraid I'm going to wreck it. Because when I called OMP Hobbies or Buddy RC or Ohio Hobbies, they're the same. I asked if they're the same company. They're the same company. He said that when you reverse it, you have to move the control horn like a few teeth. And I did. I tried that, and that's when I got that differential. I explained to him that, you know, then when you go to lower the percentage of the throw, it you get different values, and I didn't want to have a different up versus a different down. And I thought, well, I could manually move the control rods to give less throw. And I asked him, I said, well, what is that? You know, and he said, that's normal for the servos when you have to reverse them. And I thought, well, good God. And I said, well, what are you flying in yours when you do the demos? And they're flying a different servo in the elevator. They're not using their stock servos that comes with the plane. He says they're not the best, they're not the worst. It's just that when you reverse them, they go funny. So I don't know. I think if I was, you know, I mean, I think I'm going to like this plane. It's kind of hard to tell until I get it dialed to where I can fly it better. You know, I'm not worried about the ailerons and the flaps, but until I get that elevator working,
Motor off.
until I get that elevator working where I can control it, because I know how I fly, you know. So I've got all those throws, and I put 50% expo. But you saw when I did that loop, man, I was over controlling like a big dog out there, or Bighorn. But so that's the story on the elevator. But the plane itself, man, the plane is great, man. It's light. It is so light. I don't know what my battery time is for this flight. I'll check into it. But the prop on the Bighorn was balanced. I didn't have to do anything to it. I put it on my balancer and it was perfect. The horn on the prop on the Decathlon required 2 small pieces of tape to balance it out. We'll talk about it when I do the Maiden on it. But well, the Maiden's in the books. The landing was a little sketch, but you know, it was a crosswind landing. My winds are coming from over here. You know, they're not blowing bad, but they are blowing. I'll take it. I knew my landing. I don't know. I don't know, man. That elevator, you just breathe on it, and it goes. I got my strap on it now, so it's blocking it. But man, it just. I mean, it doesn't take nothing. Nothing. There's the Maiden in the books, baby. I think it's going to be a great friendship. I was even able to land it with everything being kind of out of whack, but maybe I shouldn't have flew it out of whack. But I wanted to do the Maiden yesterday, and we went to the park, and they've got the Alabama State games that are taking place there today and tomorrow. There you have her, man. Maiden of the Bighorn in the books. I think it went great. I mean, it flies fantastic. The only thing is the servos, to me, they're sketch. The control rods, they're the hardest ball link control rods I've ever dealt with, and I can show you why. I got my towel with me today. I should take this over to the plane rack. My towel's gonna blow off my head here. It's because you don't have a lot of clearance. You don't have a lot of clearance to get them on. There's where my CG marks were. But it's a beautiful plane, man. It's just absolutely spectacular looking. And I gotta tighten up the covering a little bit. But I was gonna wait till after the Maiden in case I had to do repairs. There you go, man. Bighorn in the books. It's a great plane. I highly recommend. Well, I can't really recommend or not recommend based on that flight, but I think I felt enough on the sticks to know that this This thing is going to be a beast when you want it to be a beast, and it's going to be a stall plane when you want it to be a stall plane. Bighorn in the sun. Jeff with a stupid towel on his head, but it helps. Tuco in the shade. Decathlon at the ready. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.